Today we're having a conversation with Rafael Cintron, CEO of Wealthy Expat Services. Rafael is also a former client of Nomad Capitalist. Here's his perspective. You were a client of Mr. Andrew Henderson, Nomad Capitalist. Is that correct?
Yeah, I was his client 2 years ago. I basically got the lower package that he sells, basically a couple of calls with him, calls with his team. And initially, I wanted to use their service to go through the Dubai company process, to get a second passport. All those processes, I eventually did them myself with my own research. But I wanted, because I had been following Nomad Capitalist for a while, I've been interested in this world for a number of years, and I thought this was going to be the end-all solution, which it turned out it wasn't. But yeah, I was his client a couple of years ago.
Totally understand that. Well, if somebody was to move abroad, right, what would you suggest that they do? You know, there's so many scammers, right? There's so many people who are like telling you that they can do it, but they can't do it. So what are some things that you would suggest a person should look out for before purchasing any service?
That's a great question because there's so many options out there. So I was looking at Chile, for example. Chile is a country that is far away from everything. In the event of something happening around the world, something nuclear, I've always looked to Chile. They speak Spanish, I speak Spanish. And I always thought, okay, if shit hits the fan, I'm going to Chile. And I looked around to see who offered Chile services and residency. And there's a ton of people out there that offer it. So I started calling them, and nobody really knows what they're talking about. They say things that were true 5 years ago. So I finally found one guy, and he charged around $100, $150 for a one-on-one call. That is very valuable to me. So what you would do, and what I recommend people to do, is go and do a call with a bunch of different people. And a lot of clients, when they come to us, they say, hey, I've done calls with like 10, 20 different people, and I choose you because I think this, this, and this, or I've seen your testimonials or whatever. And that's what I recommend. Instead of going deep, okay, this guy has a good YouTube channel, let me just pay him and do it. That's also the problem here, because you having a big YouTube channel with a lot of followers, a lot of views, typically means that you have a clean business. Typically means that you will deliver what you say you will deliver. That's usually what happens. But in some cases, it's not true. You just get scammed. So you watch somebody on YouTube and you love them and you think, this is the guy, I would love to talk to them. And then you get scammed and it doesn't fit into what usually happens, which is you get the service that you needed. So what I recommend, just book a call with a bunch of people, 10, 20 people. Whoever makes the most sense. Don't pick the cheapest. That's what usually people do. They pick the cheapest. No, just pick somebody in the middle, or pick the most expensive, but somebody that can actually deliver, and that they have proof that they deliver. Because that's what I would say to everyone: is ask for proof that it has been done before. If somebody comes to us and they say, "Can you do me a Dubai company? Can you make it for me?" And I say, "I don't have any proof. I don't have any people that I can show you because they all signed contracts." Or they all signed NDAs or something. That's a very sketchy thing to say. So if anybody, any consultant comes to you and they say, we make them sign NDAs, or the clients don't want to disclose their company, they're lying to you. They haven't done anything. I have proof. I have 200 companies I can show you. 200 documents. I can just Photoshop the name out, and that's it. So that's definitely what I would do. I would book a call with a bunch of people, see who is really the most legit, and then I would ask for proof that they've done before what they're promising.
Very well said. That's so important. Yeah. Now, if you take a look at the Andrew Henderson that we saw like 10 years ago or 5 years ago, right? Would you say that he's still the same person today or not?
I think it was a lot more honest back then and a lot more humble. Mm-hmm. That's a good thing. So if you watch the videos, I think he was in Nicaragua or something. I saw a really good video of him. And also the videos in Montenegro, I think those were 4 or 5 years ago. He was very humble. He used to talk about his business like, we do this out of passion. We really like to help people. And if you look at the reviews online, his reviews were like that.
Right.
5-star reviews, really good reviews. People are really happy with the service. And that's what I saw. And then slowly, I don't know exactly when, because I'm not inside of the company or anything. But it started transitioning to more of, we're big enough at this point, or we have enough clients at this point that we just don't need to care anymore. And obviously when you stop caring, then the 1-star reviews start coming, and then your business starts falling again, and employees start quitting and so on. So that, I would say, definitely happened. He was very humble, very honest, and then slowly, maybe the company got too big. That's what some people say, that Nomad Capitalist just became too big. Other people say he just stopped caring. He just got tired. 10 years doing the same business. you can imagine that somebody might get tired at some point. Instead of hiring another CEO, you just kind of struggle and push.
You run it into the fucking ground, right? More or less.
Exactly.
I appreciate your thoughts. Thank you for your time.
You're welcome, man. Happy to be here.
Thank you.
Consider subscribing if you haven't already. I'm uploading new videos on digital nomad locations, travel updates, and investment advice several times a week right now. And if you got some more time left, check out these videos.